It was 4 in the morning, one day in August 1988, when the new world heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson, entered a 24/7 clothing store in the middle New York's Harlem neighborhood. He didn't know that just 10 minutes later, his right hand would be fractured. He would be millions of dollars out of pocket, and his global reputation would take a serious hit as the result of a brutal street fight with a gang leader.
Oh, I want me some Mike Tyson, baby. I want me some Michelle Susie Tyson.
It wasn't long before news of the brawl reached his advisor, the billionaire Donald Trump, and many other boxers and representatives would soon wake up in their New York apartments to headlines detailing the shocking event.
From Brownsville, Brooklyn, I'm not afraid of nobody. In the ring or out of the ring, they got a gun or a knife, and I'll show him that too.
At 4 a.m., Mike Tyson decided to buy an expensive leather jacket from the Dapper Dan store in New York's Harlem neighborhood. It was unknown territory for the heavyweight champion, where laws were made and broken by the gang leader and former professional boxer, Mitch "Blood" Green. Tyson and Green had faced each other in the ring a few years earlier. That time, Iron Mike won in 10 rounds. And not only was Green defeated, but Tyson also refused his demands for a rematch. Which is why when the gang leader heard Mike was in his part of town, he went to the store to claim his revenge, away from referees and gloves. And there are several different versions about what happened next.
Who threw the first punch here?
He did. He sucker punched me.
It happened so fast. I was very upset at the time they ripped my shirt. That he came back again after he tried it and he was unsuccessful. And I mean, I had no other choice but to defend myself.
And it was a salesman working at the store that night who cleared things up.
Green threw the first blow. Now, Mike Tyson did what any man, President of the United States, after Mike defended himself, Mitch didn't look too pretty. Mitch was on his back, legs up in the air like this.
And the photos speak for themselves. But more damaged than Green's face was Tyson's reputation. After he had to cancel a $1 million fight with Frank Bruno due to his injured hand. The episode was as dark as it was controversial and highlighted Mike Tyson's boundless ferocity. The youngest world heavyweight champion in history didn't distinguish between the street and the ring and knocked out his rivals wherever they were. For right or for wrong. And for the man who faced Iron Mike in his 26th professional fight, there's no doubt who the best is.
To me, really, honestly, not because he's Mike Tyson, but to me, he was the hardest fight I ever had. You know, I fought 12 world champions, 12, 13 world champions, you know, but to me, Mike Tyson was the hardest fight I ever had. He's a strong fighter, and he has great speed, he has good speed, and he punches hard, and he has great head movement. He moves real good. He has great head movement. And he has good power. He plays real hard.
Ribalta lost in the 10th round after a technical knockout, but Tyson didn't get off lightly.
One of his toughest fight he ever had. You know, he had a date with a young lady from a college, and he could not even go with her after our fight because he was in so much pain.
And in 2014, Tyson agreed with Ribalta that the Cuban was the toughest rival of his career.
The fight with me and Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson said after the fight, he had never been so much pain like he was with me because I was pivoting. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got hit," but yeah, but he don't know how I hurt Mike Tyson. The fight is a fight that should never be forgotten.